Okay, so everybody wants to know, how do you rank advance super fast in network marketing? That's what we're going to cover in today's episode. Hey, what's up, my fearless networking friend, Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode. In one of my coaching groups, I have a private paid coaching group. Somebody asked me the question this last week, how do you rank advance super fast? Okay, and I think that's probably a question that a lot of people that are involved in the network marketing space ask, is like, okay, how do I get it done? So we're going to talk about that today. So, all right, and I think fast is relative. So the guy that asked me the question, was asking me how to get to a particular rank, which was, I think, like 4 pin levels above where he was, which is a pretty significant amount of volume increase compared to where he was. And he's like, how do I get it done by the end of the month? And I'm like, well, I mean, it's possible, but we have to be realistic at the same time. So, but I do want to talk about this because it's a great subject. I think every single network marketer should have a grip on exactly, what are the things that contribute to rank advancement, and what are the things that contribute to speed of rank advancement. So, I don't have any notes in front of me. I'm just going to go with it. I think, I'm not going to go in any particular order, step 1, step 2, step 3, or this is the most important. I'm just going to just talk to you from experience, and you can take notes on this and put it to use. So, okay, so first of all, in order for you to rank advance purposefully, you have to know what's required to hit a particular rank, okay? And, it's interesting because there's a lot of people that are involved in network marketing that are kind of just going through the motions. And in fact, if you ask somebody, it's like, okay, what does it take to get to diamond in your company? And you ask a group of people, 100% of the people in the room should be able to answer that question. Okay. Now, if I realize that, maybe you have silver, gold, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, black diamond, whatever they are, whatever they're called in your company. And each one has different leg requirements, sponsoring requirements, GV, group volume, whatever requirements. And so when you have multiple ranks, it might be a little difficult to remember exactly what those, rank requirements are. But I don't think you can effectively rise in rank if you don't know what's required in order to rise in rank. So one thing to do when you're, and I don't have a perfect mind, nobody does, is go onto your company's website and pull off the compensation plan. And if you guys have a one sheet that has the ranks, like, okay, silver, 1,000 in volume, 3 personally enrolled. Gold, 5,000 in volume, 5 personally enrolled. Platinum, 10 personally enrolled, 100,000 in volume, and so on. I'm just making up stuff here. Then, if you don't have a one sheet, the best thing you can do, honestly, is create a one sheet. I'm a big fan of little single sheets of paper that you can print out and then put into one of those little plastic sleeves, and you have it on your desk. And so it's like a cheat sheet. So, or you can, paste it up on the wall or something next to where you're working. And so you can just kind of look up, and you can, if you're wondering, you're talking to a person, for example, in your organization, and they're silver, and maybe your mind at the moment is not remembering exactly what it takes to get to gold. You can just glance over and go, oh, dude, you're 200 in volume away. Where if you didn't have some grip on it, you wouldn't even know. So, and it's kind of shameful because there's a lot of people that I've seen and I've worked with over the years that will actually miss a rank by like very little volume, like such a small amount of volume that it's inexcusable. Like they missed hitting a rank by $50 in volume or something like that, and that's inexcusable. It's one thing to miss it by a couple grand or something like that, where you're working real hard to get there, you're pushing to get there, and you were $2,000 shy, but to miss it by $20, or I mean, I've seen somebody miss it by like $9. That's kind of unfortunately very pathetic. But so first and foremost, I think it's really important for you to rank advance. Again, this is not on accident. This is purposefully planning for ranks to happen in your organization for you and for others to rank advance. You need to know, and your people need to know, and this should be something you should be teaching your organization, the different ranks and what's required, and make sure people at least have a basic understanding of what is required to rank advance in your company. This is something that oftentimes is not taught very much when it comes to ongoing education and training for people that are involved in one's organization. People are out there talking about, how to do TikTok and Facebook groups and, ATMs and all of those things that we do in network marketing and prospecting and presenting and all of that. But it's like, let's cover this message on rank advancing. The mechanics of it, and then, just knowing what is required in order to do so. So look, if you haven't done this already, create a one sheet. I mean, some companies have like a one sheet. Like what happens is like a network marketing company, when you take the PDF and you download the network marketing, your network marketing company's compensation plan, what you'll have is like this multi-page document that has all of the things, the fast start bonuses or the quick starts, the rank bonuses, the rank maintenance bonuses, the global bonus pools, the generational bonuses, whatever they might be, or what they're called in your company, and it's multiple pages. But and it would be good for you to understand the compensation plan. Most people can't. Most people don't. Not that they can't, they just don't. The great majority of people that are involved in network marketing don't fully understand their compensation plan. And honestly, you don't necessarily need to, but you do need to understand how to get to a rank and then how to maintain that rank, okay? So that would be the beginning of it. So in order for us to rank advance or rank advance with speed, the first thing would be, knowing what's required in those ranks, okay? One other thing for sure to rank advance, and I'm going to cover this from the standpoint of you rank advancing and then you helping others rank advance in your organization, because by you helping others rank advance, that's very likely to push you to the next rank in your company. So we're going to kind of cover all of that. So the next thing to think about is, like, you have to be very, very familiar with your back office reporting. So all of you have access to a genealogy in your back office with your company. They're all similar, but they're all a little bit different. And I would say, and this is another thing, honestly, that is probably not taught. I mean, look, I've been doing this for a long time, and I can't even recall if I've ever seen a leader do regular trainings on back office, education, understanding all the tools and the resources that are available in a back office, one of which is, including, what's going on in your organization, sales volume, new recruits, new rank advancements, whatever's back there. So again, I'm giving you guys, I guess, a little work, right? Printing out the one sheet, and teaching the importance of that. One thing, like if you don't teach somebody or point out to someone how important it is to do something, they may not even realize that it's that important. I mean, case in point, even I was I'm on a board with the ANMP it's like the ethics committee with the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, and we were talking the other day that a lot of people don't even read their policies and procedures. They don't ever read their policies and procedures. When you sign up to be a distributor with a network marketing company, you have a contractual agreement between you as an independent rep and that company, and there are policies and procedures in which you need to abide by them. So, but I've never done a statistical analysis, but I'm sure well over 90% of all network marketing distributors have never really even taken the time to actually read that stuff, which is kind of shameful as well. But that's maybe safe for another training. But you should be training on that. Hey, the importance of, reading your policies and procedures. The importance of creating a simple one sheet that you have access to within arm's reach, where even if you don't remember exactly what's required to rank advance, you can like literally glance over and it's right there in front of you, and you don't have to go digging for it. And you're on, especially if you're on the phone with somebody, you're on a Zoom, somebody's like, hey man, what do I need to do to get to silver? And you're like, I don't know. I mean, that's just not a good answer for somebody who's even part-time in network marketing, because it's not that hard. Because again, my brain's not good enough to remember all the, every single intricate detail, but I can glance over and say, if you're going to want to hit diamond, it's 100,000 in volume, and you have to have 5 personally enrolled people and whatever else is required in that. So guys, teach this stuff to your teams, okay? So knowing what's required to advance and rank, becoming intimately familiar with your back office, and being able to pull up reporting, so then what you can do is you can identify where people are relative to their next rank. And because here's the thing, it all has to start with us, okay? You, me, the individual, it begins with us. And what we're doing is we're creating a culture within our organization based on what we do. So if I want to create a culture of people that are dialed in and know and are on top of their game and are responsible and are prepared and are ready, it's going to start with me. It's going to start with you. And so if you're teaching this stuff, and you're teaching the importance of understanding the back office. And look, I've been in hundreds of back offices over the years, hundreds of them. And each one is slightly different. And it is overwhelming, even for someone like myself, the first time you go back there, because you're back there and you're seeing announcements and you're seeing tools and you're seeing marketing and resources and you're seeing genealogy and you're seeing this thing and that. And it's just like, whoa. So it takes a little while to, get familiar with what's back there. But that's why you should be doing ongoing education on that, because the back office exists as a resource tool for you in building the business on many different levels, one of which is included in rank advancing. So by doing so, you can, and the other part of it is teaching people to be in their back office, looking at what's going on a regular basis, so they can see how things are progressing through the month. And if they're seeing how things are progressing through the month, and they're doing comparisons, like volume comparison from last month to how volume is tracking this month. Is it ahead of the trend from last month? Is it behind it? Is it the same? These are all things that smart networkers do, okay? Rather than just like, I'm just hoping for the best. And, hope is great, but I don't think hope is a great marketing strategy or business building strategy. So when it comes to speed, and again, speed's relative. So if we're going to speed up the process, and I'm just going to be very fundamental here, the pace at which you work, the amount of prospecting and recruiting and reach outs and business building activity that you do is going to greatly impact how fast or how slow you rank advance, or people on your team rank advance. So if you want to go faster, you want to grow a check faster, you want to rank advance faster, then you need to be working faster. You need to be doing more in less time. And this is not super complicated at all. It's actually, I'm not going to say it's easy, because it requires more work and energy and effort and all of that and more focus. But from a complexity standpoint, it's just putting more in, right? So, let give you a quick example. If you prospected 1 hour a day, 3 days a week for your business, and I prospected 10 hours a day, 6 days a week for my business, who's going to get there faster? Probably me. Unless you luck out and get some superstar person that just takes off, and, I didn't get the luck of the draw through the efforts that I put in. But, all things being equal, I'm going to crush you, because I'm putting more effort, more time, more of the right activities in. So, if your desire is to rank advance faster, then pick up the pace, okay? Pick up the pace. And by you picking up the pace, by you recruiting more, by you stepping up your game, what's naturally going to happen is people on your team are going to do the same thing, because that's just what they do. They do more of what we do and less of what we say, okay? So again, that goes very simple. It's leading by example, setting the pace for other people to follow. So a few things here, right? So All right, what do we want to think about next? Your thought process should be throughout the month, okay? Most months have right around 4 weeks in them, right? So when you hit the first of the month through about the 25th of the month, it's just, business building, new customers, new reps, new customers. Everybody's in new reps, new customers, new reps, new customers, new reps, new customers. That's the name of the game. And then the last 5 to 7 days of the month is where we really start to close the month. And really the last day or 2 days of the month, that's where we're really solidifying the end of the month, because pretty much every network marketing company has a monthly calendar, right? The new month starts at 12:01 a.m. on the 1st of January, let's say, and it ends at 11:59 p.m. on January 31st. And then as soon as we roll into 12:01 a.m. on February 1, it's now a new month. So if you want to make sure that ranks happen, I wouldn't, if you're really serious about this, I wouldn't be taking vacations the last, I don't know. I wouldn't typically take a vacation on the last couple days of the month. And if you were to talk to any pro and you call them on the 30th of the month or the 31st of the month, and they get it, they don't have time to talk to you. They're like, hey, I got to go. I'm closing up the month. Like, I won't even bother trying to reach out to people and say what's up and make connections with people that I know are network marketing professionals on the last couple days of the month, because I know they're closing up the month. So again, speed's relative, but I don't know, what's the phrase? The harder you work, the luckier you get. The more time that you put in. Like, I wish, I'm probably not going to do this, so I'm not going to wish, but if you followed me in my office for a week, like a little camera following me around, you would come to the realization that, like, I get a lot of stuff done in a short amount of time, but I also put a lot of time in. I don't dilly-dally. Like, if I'm sitting down to do something, I'm at it. And I think one thing for you for sure as well, and I've taught this for over a decade for sure, is if you're going to speed up the process of growing a business, then what you have to understand is, okay, I need to focus a lot of time, a lot of my work time that I have available to build the business in a primary production mode. One great question to ask yourself is, what I'm doing right this moment making me money? And it can be easy to fall into other activities that may be important for your business, or you need to do in your business, but is that the priority in your business? The priority in your business, any network marketing business, is new customers and new reps. New customers and new reps. That's all we do. And so you should be every single day, and you should be teaching your people every single day to be dedicating a portion, if not a large portion of their day, to new business, new prospecting, new recruiting, new reach outs, new customer acquisitions. That's really where the money's made. There's other things we got to do. Yeah, I got to set up my Instagram reels for the week, and I got to do this video, and I got to, whatever. I got to set up my social media calendar for the week or the month or something like that. I get that that's part of what we do in today's network marketing world, but the real result comes from intentional business building reach outs. And so if you can get your whole team focused on the most important thing, the one thing. I think, didn't Gary Keller write that book? Is that The One Thing or The One Big Thing? I think it's called The One Thing. It's a great book, by the way. The One Thing. If you can focus on the one thing, what's the one thing? The one thing in this business is, I got to be reaching out to people. And I know for people that have followed me for a long time that catch my videos, you're like, dude, I've heard you say that before. Yeah, I've said it umpteen times before, because it is the most important thing to make money in this business. I've fallen victim to it myself. I've gone through seasons where I'm not in primary business building mode, and my check and my results show it. But when I'm in primary recruiting, business building mode, if I'm drumming up new business, whether it's new speaking gigs or new whatever, then I'm getting new speaking gigs. I'm generating more revenue. I'm creating stuff, but if I'm sitting at the desk and I'm doing nothing, and I'm doing all these busy non-business building activities, the check is not going to increase. Okay? So this is not some sophisticated formula for you to figure out how to accelerate the process. We also have to have proper expectations. So let's back up really quickly. If I'm going to rank advance, period, and not on accident know that I'm rank advancing, I need to know what's required to rank advance. I need to be familiar with my back office reporting and not have to spend hours back there trying to find stuff. I need to be intimately familiar with what's back there so I can quickly go back there, look up reports, find stuff, and then identify people that are building. And then the other thing is, and this is something I didn't cover, is when you are building your business, like when you first start, it's you and you're alone. Then you start to recruit a couple people and you start to have a little team and you got 2 or 3 people on your team, and then you got 6 to 10, then you got 15 or 20 or whatever. And then, over time, if you do the right activities for long enough, you're going to have 100, you're going to have 2, 3, 4, 500 people, if not more. And the challenge is when you bring in people into the organization and your organization grows, at some point, you're not going to know who everybody is. You're going to come to a point, and you're like, I don't know who everybody is in the organization. So this is when you start to, where the genealogy reporting really comes into play, is you can start to search and poke through the genealogy once you know how to do it, and you're going to roll through there, and you're going to find some dude on level 6 that you've never met before that recruited 35 people that month, and you're like, hey, who is this guy? I never met him before. And then you're going to pick up the phone, you're going to create a relationship with that person, and you're going to engage with them, and you're going to go, okay, I'm going to get to know this person and make myself available so I can assist that person in further developing their organization. So you have a lot of control over how fast your organization grows. Okay, it's not just, at first it's just you, but you still always exercise a lot of control over how big and how fast the organization grows based on personal production, personal recruiting, personal customer acquisition, and then finding and identifying and working with people in the organization that are doing stuff. And the way, at first you can identify it just because you know everybody, because you know the 3 people on your team, but when you have 100, 200, 500, 1,000, that's when the genealogy reporting really comes into place. So you can start to look in there and you go, wait a second, I got to know, all right, I don't know who this person is. Okay, here's this person I've never met before. They already hit silver their first month. This person hit gold in 1 month. I've never even met them before, because now, they might be all alone by themselves trying to figure it out, and they're doing okay. But when they have the assistance of people and they've got the collaborative effort of other people on the team, and it becomes a true team dynamic, you can massively accelerate the speed at which somebody succeeds in your organization. So again, look, this question was asked. It's an important question to address. And this, all these things you guys should be teaching to your organizations if you want to see things speed up. So if you're on my podcast, what's up, my podcast audio folks? Love you guys. Appreciate you. If you're on YouTube, what's up, YouTubers? Love my YouTube folks. And all the other details on, this episode, other resources to help you build this business are at toddfalcone.com/episode 268. That's this episode, TODDFALCONE.com/episode 268. Appreciate you for being here, and we'll see you on the next episode.